All right, I set up a horizontal live, had it all ready, and now it's telling me I had to turn it. So I apologize. I do not like vertical lives myself, but I had something cute I was going to do. So me and Rye are down in Grand Junction, and welcome. So yeah, I would join, but I'm at work. I'm sorry about that. I should have scheduled this another hour later. The reason I didn't, I came down super early today, and all right, I set up a horizontal live, had it all ready. Sorry. And now it's telling me I had to turn it, so I apologize. Okay, sounds like I have good volume. I forgot to turn that off. And that makes me mad. I set it up so every time I schedule one, sometimes they'll go horizontal and sometimes they won't. So anyways, welcome to my live chat. Obviously this is a live, but when it processes into a video, it will be my 200th video. So I had something else planned. The temperature wasn't conducive to that because it would be outside, and it's like 21 degrees right now, and where I was going to go on the Grand Mesa, but it was a place that had Wi-Fi, so I was going to go to Powderhorn, but it's like 14 degrees up there right now, and I couldn't have done it outside, so I'll save that for another warmer day and do a live. I was going to go sit at the back of the ski lodge and watch people coming down. I thought that'd be cool, so kind of give you a taste for Powderhorn, which is from my house to Powderhorn is 23 miles. So can be there pretty quickly. So anyways, and I'm just going to ramble, this being my 20th video in 14 months. So, 200th video in 14 months. I started November of 2024. And so this is the 14th month, and I think to have 200 videos is quite the feat. Obviously, there's 365 days in the year, plus we're 2 months past that. But the first month I posted a lot, and then about once a week, sometimes twice a week through January, February, March. So it took a while to get to the first 100, but what helped me now is that let's see, I need to answer somebody. So I got my iPad here. Let's see, it's hard to type on the. Hey, Delano Hamilton, hello, welcome to the chat. I'm typing and it's not, I don't know what's going on. Let me try this again. And Samantha Bryant, welcome to my 200th, well, this will become my 200th video when it processes. So I don't know if you follow my channel. Welcome, you're both number one because you both posted. I'm a small channel trying to grow like a lot of people are. I'm very proud of the fact that in 14 months, nice, Mimo and Carlos, welcome to my live chat. So I am in Grand Junction, Colorado. So I live on the western side of Colorado. Lived here since the late 80s. Hi, you're beautiful. My name is Paisley. Thank you, Shelby. I'm reading off of my iPad because it's easier. And thank you so much, Samantha. Thank you guys for joining me. I just, it's fun. I don't know, I'll have to check out your channels. Please comment when this becomes a video, because it's hard to see all this and to go back in. I follow anybody that follows me, and if I follow you, even if you checked out my channel and it sounds interesting. So I'm primarily a traveling RV, a solo woman traveler with a dog. I have one here. She's sleeping right now, but she'll stand up here in a minute. Well, thank you. I'm getting older. I don't feel beautiful most days, but thank you for saying that, because I do want to say since September, I have been doing face yoga. I have Irish skin, it's genetics. I can't, well, my mom was 100% Irish. My dad was Scottish and German, but he had some Irish in there too. So fairer skin, and, well, I'm over 60 now, and I have to really, work on it. And like wearing hoodies is great because it covers my neck. To me, my neck has aged faster than anything. But as far as my face, I've been doing face yoga, and then I got the, I pronounce it gua sha, the little, mine's jade. I got it at Walmart for like $5. But the little heart-shaped little jade, and I don't have it, but like you do this with it, it's got like a notch. It's heart-shaped, so that notch of the top of the heart, and you do that, and then it basically drains your lymphatic system. So some of you probably aren't wanting all this information, but I've been doing that since September, and I can see the difference. My hair gal can see the difference. Like friends that I haven't seen for a while, they notice it. Now, my husband hasn't said a word, but, unless I'm having a particularly good hair and makeup day, maybe, but it's okay. But people that you see every day, I don't think notice stuff like that. So I am taking an active interest. And when my channel grows to the point where I can branch out, I want to do a whole bunch of videos about women's skincare. I use castor oil. That's all I use. I slather it on my face at night. I put it on a little bit lighter in the morning with bee pollen. And then I don't use a lot of foundation. I mostly, I moisturize with that. And then very light makeup. I love lipstick and eyeliner and mascara. And I'm very sensitive to bright lights, but I just do my eyes. I don't wear a lot of makeup. So, I'm outdoors a lot, living in Colorado. So, gosh, I'm so happy to see 6 of you here. So if I do this, the bottom of these sunglasses are readers. I just got them off of Amazon. But Shelby, thank you. And so tell me, all of you that are on here, I want to know where everyone's from. So start letting me know where you're from. You're all my top people, because you're all commenting. So let me know in the chat where you're from. So Western Colorado, I'm in the town of Grand Junction. I do not live here. I live an hour and a half away, up on top of the Grand Mesa. I live at 8,000 feet almost. Our house sits at 7,990 feet. So we did live on the same road higher, and I actually lived at 8,500 feet there. But we moved 9 years ago down the road we're on to the house we're in now. It's currently for sale. It's just getting to be a bit much, and we're trying to move. On the other side of the Grand Mesa is the town of Cedar Edge. If you go a little further down, Eckert, Austin, Delta, if you're familiar. So you're in Oklahoma. So Oklahoma, were you part of that storm? We've got relatives in Duncan. My husband's sister and 4 of the 5 kids still live in Oklahoma. They're married. I think one's still not married, but they're all adults. But they got it pretty bad. Yeah, that was quite the cold. Now, see, we have the cold. Colorado's a very dry state, and so it's actually good. I can actually read the comments off my phone. Normally they flash on and disappear, so I don't know what's different this time. Maybe because I'm doing it vertical. I set this up as a horizontal live. I myself like the horizontal. I scheduled it yesterday, and I went to open it up, and it told me I had to turn the orientation. I tried to change it back on my camera. It wouldn't let me, so I turned the camera vertical, and that's why we're vertical. So apologize, because I don't do the vertical lives ever. So unless it's a glitch. So Samantha, where are you from? And let's go back. Let me go back real quick. Delano. Okay, Zay21, I know him from another Driving Daily. He does lives every day. He does DoorDash. And I don't know him, but I started following him about a year ago now. Oh, you're Paisley. Sorry, not Shelby. I just see the name. So, hi, Paisley. So, my name's Janine. I'm not Ruby. So, I'm Janine. And I got my little dog right here. She's starting to wake up a little bit. We played at this park for about 40 minutes before this started. So, she's exhausted. And then I've got Carlos. Did I say? Okay, Delano, Samantha, Carlos, Mimo, Paisley. Yeah. And you guys, are you all new? And how did you find this? I'm curious. I have noticed after I did about 150 videos, I don't have a lot of subscribers. I'm like at 147, I believe. Well, yeah, 147. Snowing right there. Oh, nice. We enjoyed that. We're supposed to get some snow where I live tonight. We have about 4 to 6 inches on the ground still. We had like 8 or 9, but it kind of settled. We haven't had snow since Sunday night. And what's today? Wednesday. So, oh, cool. So I am showing up in live streams now. See, I never used to. I feel like, I know you guys are probably bigger channels than me, and I definitely would like to check out your channels. In fact, hold on. I know what I can do. I did a screenshot, so I can look you guys up later. I can do that. So at least you guys that are, I don't think I got you all on that. So hold on. Let me do another one. Save it to my photos right now. Okay. So that's cool. Yeah, so I never used to show up on live streams, and so my niche is RV life. I have full-time RV'd since my 20s, a total of like 23 years of that time, and then interspersed with owning houses, which we do right now. I myself would go full-time again now. I retired from a 36-year career in real estate. Last year, it was just a year, the end of December, since I retired. And you have 21 subs. Well, I'm definitely going to go sub, so you'll have 22. And you know what's really cool? I don't know if you're doing live streams yet, but there's a way you do it on your iPhone. You don't have to have 1,000 subscribers to do live streams. Obviously, I don't. And you go to the little square when you open up YouTube. There's that little plus sign at the bottom. You click on that and you can do shorts live. You can set up a live. You can schedule one, which is what I did this way. And since I've been doing lives, and since I did Vlogmas, so I started November 9th of 2024, and I had like, I forget, before Thanksgiving of this year, I think I had 47 or 57 subscribers. I did Vlogmas, and I actually started it the week of Thanksgiving. So I've been every day since then. And I would get 1 or 2 subscribers every day, all the way through Vlogmas. But I would do lives, and nobody ever said, well, we just happened to stumble on you, or you came up recommended, or Instagram. I have an Instagram page too, and I would get people, and some of you might be, because one of your names, Mimo, are you on Instagram and a follower? Because I have a Mimo something without looking at the whole name. So, oh, to even do it that way, you have to, okay, well then I must have had, did I have 75? Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I had 76. And if one of my other subscribers, in fact, it's Driving Daily. He does lives every day for like 12 hours doing DoorDash. And he told me to go on and do one. And so I did. Now, when I first started, the January, 2 months into YouTube, I somehow did a live off of Streamlab. It worked. I had like 100, I had 160 people on there. And didn't even know what I was doing. I was like all nervous, And I couldn't do one since then. It kept giving me these error messages. So somehow I got one through. Yeah. I have 148. Thank you. So cool. Yeah, I'm on an iPad. Yeah, I'm reading comments on this, but I can actually, every other live I've done, they flash on the screen and then they leave. So I don't know. I've done another vertical one that wouldn't go horizontal, and I don't remember the comments staying. But hey, Jimmy. So Jimmy and we both live in Colorado. He's on the other side of the state. But look, Jimmy, I have some people. And say hello. Unfortunately, I have to go to the bank to take care of some. Oh, on your mom's behalf. Well, thank you for checking in. And if you get back in time, check back in. But look, I have people. I have people on my live, and actually have a new subscriber already. So thanks for coming. Jimmy, you can always, Scola Official, Mama. Yeah, you can always go back and watch this as a video. So, so Scola, where are you from? And everybody else that's on. So I know we have Oklahoma and Colorado. Did anybody else answer my question of where you're from? Yeah, as soon as I get off this, Paisley, I will be on your page. And all of you, and Samantha, of course. So, love you. So where are you from? So I'm sorry, I've got, I don't know what that flag means. I've seen it, so tell me. I'm sitting here eating my lunch, so I fast. I'm very into health and active. You know, I live in Colorado. I kayak, I mountain bike. I took my specialized mountain bike like a year ago and sent it to a guy in Vancouver, Washington, and he turned it into also an e-bike, so I can run it in just mountain bike mode, but I can also e-bike with it. It weighs 27 pounds, even with the motor. I mean, I had a really nice mountain bike that I really liked, and I didn't want two bikes. When I go camping, I take, where were you born? I was born in West Covina, California, Southern California, but when I was kindergarten, I started kindergarten, but by Thanksgiving, my younger brother, who is almost to the day 2 years younger than me, had severe asthma to the smog in the LA basin. And we didn't live in Los Angeles, but we lived up in the foothills in the San Bernardino Mountains. And the doctor said that if we didn't move to the high desert, my brother would like be in an oxygen tent, or I forget, he had severe asthma. So we moved to Tehachapi, California. That's where I grew up. The Antelope Valley, where the space shuttle was first built. You're from Jamaica. That's why I knew the flag. So I do have somebody that's one of my subscribers that's from Jamaica. Yes, I've snowboarded. And I'm late to snowboarding because, that came out. I was like 40 when snowboarding came out or something. But John and I, my husband, we were both married before, but we've been married 20 years. And September 15th was 20 years. And so we learned it together, went from skiing over to snowboarding. So it's fun. I have a bad back, and I have not snowboarded for 3 years, maybe 4. But, we couldn't. Powderhorn was shut down during COVID, so we didn't even snowboard. They didn't open. So I think I have snowboarded since then. So I think since 2022. So I was born in Duncan. So do you know the Durs? Do you know, I don't know how old you are, but my husband's sister, his oldest sister, has 4 girls and a boy, the Durs. Robert's a pastor. I don't know what church she pastors. Naoma is my husband's sister, but they have Liz, who lives in Mississippi, and then Esther, and her last name's Ford now, and then Chrissy, who is a Copeland now. I'm missing somebody. Oh, and then the other sister lives in Michigan. Sorry. I wasn't expecting that. But they've been in Duncan forever. How old are you? You're 8 years old? Oh. John is the lucky one. Well, thank you, Scola. You're 8 years old, Samantha? Okay, well, you might know some of the kids then. So my husband's sister's grandkids. There's Aiden Ford. What's Ashton Ford? They're in Duncan. I'm going to say Aiden's about 10 now, but Ashton's 7 or 8. I've never had an 8-year-old. Trying to think the other kids. So Mason and Chrissy. Mason was married before, and he has 2 kids. They're Copelands. I don't know what school they go to. I think they're out in Marlow. How far is Marlow from Duncan? It's pretty close, I know. But, well, Jimmy, yeah, check back in if you can. Yeah, good old USA. Look what I have my, oh, I guess I need to look at this. The colors don't run. It's in pink and gray, but got it for Christmas last year from my daughter-in-law. I have a lot of flag stuff, so go USA. Okay, 1 hour. Yeah, so they're 20 minutes or 1 hour. So are you in school? Do you homeschool? You were born in 2017. You've got to be pretty close. Do you know the Fords? Does that sound familiar? I know they're in Duncan. And those boys are like slightly older than you and slightly younger. No, you don't. Okay. Huh. Well, yeah, I don't know. How big of a town is Duncan? I haven't been there. So they used to live in, not Marlow. What's the town on the other side of Marlow? That's where they lived. My husband has been to Duncan. He's made a couple of the girls' weddings. I haven't. One of them got married like on Christmas Eve, and it was just bad time. So he flew to Oklahoma for that one. And yeah, okay. So they lived there. That's where they were from. That's where, because they moved from Alaska to Oklahoma, and the girls were all obviously still at home, and teenagers, preteens maybe, because I'm gonna say his oldest niece that lives in Mississippi's got to be in her mid-30s, maybe late 30s. She's the oldest, and then the younger ones are like in their late 20s, like Anthony and Chrissy, or maybe they're not 30 yet. But Chrissy married Mason Copeland, and he had 2 kids, and they're in that same age group. I don't know those kids. We didn't go to their wedding at all. Spidey feelings, she calls them. So I'm sitting here. Like I said, Spidey feelings, she calls them. So I'm sitting here. Like I said, I'm eating my green lunch. So I fasted all day yesterday. And today, I haven't broke the fast yet. So I'm actually about 38 hours into a fast. And I think I'm going to go another day. But I am eating these gummies. There's no sugar in them, so they won't break the fast as far as ketones, burning ketones. Anyways, I'm very healthy. I live in Colorado. I'm very active. I love kayaking and biking, walking my dogs. We live on 40 acres. I hunt. Okay, Samantha, please come back. Awesome. That's so cool. So somebody else chat with me. I'm only going to run this till 1 o'clock. So I came down. I have an hour and a half drive to get down here. I came down super early. It wasn't even light yet. And I did a bunch of stuff. And I Instacart sometimes when I'm down here. So I did that for a while until 11. And then I had to go pick something, or 10, sorry. I had to go pick something up for my husband that's not ready. And I'm kind of just staying in the area because of that. This isn't where I wanted to do my live. I wanted to do it up where I live on the mountain at Powderhorn Ski Resort. Sitting on the back deck. But it's like 14 degrees up there. And right now here, it's 28 degrees. So it's not very warm. I'm sitting in my Subaru, so, you know, it's warm. I had the heated leather seat on, but anyways, I'm back. Cool. So, awesome. So let me go back a little bit. So 8 years old. Are you in school in Duncan? Do you go to school there, or are you homeschooled? And if you're homeschooled, that's probably why. I don't know how many schools there is. I don't know how big that is. Like, again, I got to give my puppy dog her lunch. I carry snacks. I thought she'd sit up. She's a blue heeler. She's a 30-pound blue heeler. No, you're not in school, or you're not homeschooled. I know that's big. I mean, it's actually big in the town I live in. We have a brand new school that was just built. So my town has 700 homes. And oh, you're in school and you get to be on YouTube? That's awesome. I wish I could have done that back in the day. There was no YouTube. There was no internet, but what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. Anyways, that's okay. It happens. You get older, it happens. So I'm really enjoying talking to you. Oh, because of the snow. Yeah, see, now that wouldn't happen here. Oh, that's why I started to say we have a big school. So our school is kindergarten through high school. There is one classroom for every grade. Most of the classrooms, a big class. We have had, I think the biggest graduating class they've had in the last 10 years was 28 kids. Most of the classes are 12 to 17 kids. They average around 15. And we have a brand new school being built. The kids just moved in after Christmas break. They went into the new part, and now they're demoing the old school. The old school was built in 1964, and it was built at the time. It was built, it didn't even have an indoor gymnasium. So then about in the 80s, they added a gym. So that's the only part. They kept the gym, they remodeled it, and added the new building onto it. But $5 million school. Yeah, I would imagine it's canceled. That's fun. So what do you like to watch on YouTube, Samantha? You seem to be the only one chatting with me, so that's okay. What do you... I mean, like, I'm glad you came to my life. So I do, because my channel's pretty new, now can you, I don't know you're a minor, so can you have subscribers? Is that something on YouTube? My grandkids are on YouTube to watch stuff, but the parents, they're here in town, they don't allow them to be on YouTube. Like when they're at our house, I have to put parental controls on and watch with them because they'll go like all over the place on. So okay. And you actually have subscribers, so I will subscribe. Yeah, I screenshot everybody that was on, and I appreciate it. This was a good live. I mean, I think it's down to you and me now, but that's okay. Yeah, fun. So tell me about you. Tell me your likes. Tell me something I don't know about you, other than you live in Oklahoma in Duncan. Do you have horses, or you like outdoors? Do you ski? I know there's no ski resorts right there, but I need another one of my green gummies. So these are for energy, immunity, recovery, cognition, and even beauty. So maybe they're helping. But that's what I get them. Target, I got these in a box. And there's like, I've eaten 3, and there's 3 more. No sugar. They're all vitamins. Fruit. It's whole fruit, veggies. Whole fruit, veggies, and fruit. Okay, whole food. Sorry. Vitamins, minerals, antioxidants for gut health, plus more. There's no sugar. So, and I think the whole box was like, there was like 6 packets in it. This one's actually a new one for $5. I got them yesterday, so. And this is the first one I tried. And they're good. They taste, I mean, I can taste fruit, so they're naturally sweet. Okay, let's see what I missed. So tell me about you, Samantha. It's fun. I love lives. So when you get to where you're growing your channel, lives grow your channel faster. People come on and chat with you and interact, and maybe they find out they have something in common. Check out my channel. So I am very big into vintage camp trailers. I actually renovate them and refurbish them. I have one right now whose name is Lil Ruby. That's why the channel's called that. My blue healer, my little girl here, is Rye and I. So Lil Ruby, Rye, and I. I mean, you can see by my little picture, I'm standing by the door of Lil Ruby. She is a 10-foot box, 10 foot long by 6 foot wide. But when you count the hitch and the bumper, they call that a 14-foot trailer. So I'm very much into going on the road with her. My husband camps to hunt. He doesn't camp to just go. So I'm in a couple women's camping groups. And actually, I believe this summer I will be in Oklahoma, because this is the 100th anniversary of Route 66 being built in 1926 and actually officially opening in the summer of 1926. So I'm going to do a tour with like 10 to 15, not a big group, 10 would be perfect, maybe 10 to 12 vintage trailers. Or vintage, there is one vintage motorhome from, no, Lil Ruby is in 1961. So she's old. And yeah, so I'm going to do her in that. We're going to take 3 weeks, and we're going to travel. I'm going to drive to Chicago, because I grew up in California. I've done Route 66 basically backwards, except I've never done the Illinois part. Because as a kid, my dad never wanted to go to downtown Chicago to start it. But I've done all the California, all the Arizona, Oklahoma, Texas, what other states? My mind just went blank. But anyways, all but Illinois, because of Chicago. So I did a little bit of Chicago, but I've been to downtown Chicago and stood on the sign, but I didn't have my vintage trailer back then. I was an adult, and I had taken the train from Denver to Chicago to go to my friend's wedding. So anyways, but that was fun. So yeah, so I love Route 66. I love vintage stuff. My whole kitchen at home is red, and I have vintage appliances from the 40s, and my trailer is vintage. I'm considered vintage now, I'm sure. Yeah. So this is a good, this becomes a video. So tomorrow morning, maybe tonight even, this will become my 200th video. And I started to say that earlier to those of you that are on here. I hit 200 videos, and that's not shorts. That is lives that become videos and then videos in 14 months. I've been posting a lot. I want to grow this channel. I started it, wasn't sure. I was bored, and I was getting ready to retire, and it was winter. So I started November of 2024. So I really think that, it's growing slowly, which is fine. But I now want to be monetized. So that's my goal for this year, is to get 1,000 subscribers. I have some watch hours that are pretty high on some stuff. But the shorts, they don't build the watch hours. And I have I have one short that's 34,000 views of a deer jumping in our back fence, set to Van Halen's Jump. That's my biggest thing. But I have some videos that are up there now too. Not that high, but I have a couple that are 1.9 or 2.1, or that might be another short. But I'm getting there. And every day I go and I like to watch my views. I try not to mess with the analytics, messes with your head. But I watch my views. I go to my channel, I click more, and I read where my description is. I go down to the bottom, and I go by my views. And I am getting 50 to 100 views a day. So, and that just happened since I did Vlogmas in December. About halfway through, I noticed I was getting a lot of views. And now I was, in December and early January, getting 1 or 2 subscribers a day. So I did jump from the 70s into where I am now. So, but it's slowed down. So I am going to try to do a lot more lives. And then you know, just go from there. And I think I lost you, Samantha. I have 3 people on here. Please say hi. I'm just rambling because I had some people that left and we're going to come back. So, so put on here who you are and where you're from. We'll start with that. I'm sorry because I set this up as a horizontal live. Set it up yesterday, posted it on my Facebook page, and it's now vertical. And it wouldn't let me go. It kept telling me I had to change the phone or it wouldn't let me go on to the live. So it is vertical. Sometimes it doesn't do that. Sometimes it does. So I'm not where I can do the normal lives the normal way. I do it at the bottom of YouTube where that little plus sign is. I click on that and do it that way. And it's hit and miss with me. It sometimes works. Sometimes it doesn't. So, anyways, yeah. So if you're on here, I see 3, 4. Yeah, I lost you too, and here I am rambling. So I was talking like I was talking to you. So, so tell me about you. What do you like to do? Do you have dogs? Do you have horses? Do you live out in the country or in town? And I'm not, you know, I'm not being nosy, but just chat. I've been chatting away. So, yeah, we're supposed to have, it's all cloudy. It's blue sky to the west, but we have a storm coming in from the southwest, which is behind my iPad here. Well, behind, let me see if I can turn this around for a minute. You see that? That's all coming in from the south. So Utah, see where those mountains are? That's actually Utah. Where I live is on the western side of Grand Junction, and we're 30 miles from Utah. So that is the Colorado National Monument on this side, but it goes into Utah. Halfway up, you're into Utah. So the very top, you're looking at Utah. And then from where I live, if you've heard of Moab, I live from here 90 miles to Moab. So Moab's a big place that we like to go to a lot. So I was raised in a Jeep club from California, so I've been going to Moab since I was a little kid. And then we'd come to Colorado every summer because we had relatives down in Durango at Purgatory, at the ski resort there. They owned it. At that time, they owned the ski resort. Then they sold out, and it grew from there. But when I was little, we'd come over here in the summer, and we'd come in the winter too, but we'd go to Ouray and Silverton. Colorado's such a diverse state, you know. We're a very high altitude state. Like even where I'm sitting right here right now, it's 5,000 feet elevation. And so we get snow and stuff, but it's a dry state, so our snow is very powdery, which is great for skiing. You have 2 geckos and a dog and a building dragon. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. I know what the geckos and the dogs are. Oh, bearded. It's probably bearded, right? Bearded dragon. I do know what those are. My grandsons have a bearded dragon. They have that and what's the other one? They had what's the one that gets really big? But they had a little one. And then, 5 dogs. Oh. And cats, 3. I have a barn cat, so I'm allergic to cats, so I can't have cats in the house. But come here, Ray. Ray, come here. I want to show you Ray. Come here, Ray. This is my little blue heeler. Come here. Come on. Come over here on Mommy. So this is Ray. She's she's trying to get out the door. She's a 30-pound blue heeler. She just woke up. And she's 6 years old. So I'm going to move her back because she sees a dog over there, and she's probably going to bark at it. Plus, she moved my iPad on the dash. So nice. What kind of dogs do you have? Hello, if you're on here, introduce yourself. Samantha and I are just yakking back and forth because it got down to where it was just her and I, but we've had others on. Well, welcome to the live chat, but introduce yourself by saying where you're from. I'm in Colorado. Samantha's in Oklahoma. So we're chatting about the weather and dogs, right? So, no, that's not. So, I just saw a heart. Yeah. So I have her brother at home from the same litter. So they're 6. So when he was about 2, my friends took him and I took her. My friends wanted to go live in Japan for a year, and they asked me to take their dog. Well, when they came back, they asked me to keep their dog. They wanted to travel. In fact, right now they're in Puerto Rico. So they've been there since September. And they've been to Belize. So they're older and totally retired. And so I took him. I couldn't let him not. He's her best friend. They've been puppies together. And because they've always traveled a lot, he was used to me. I'm like his second mom. Well, now I am his mom. But he does not ride in a car. My friends brought him to my house before they went to Japan to play one day. And he literally lunged at a truck coming towards their truck, hit his head in the windshield and broke the windshield. He's twice the size of her. He's a 60-pound blue heeler. Mastiff. Well, you're used to big dogs, and a Rottweiler. Okay. What they are. Okay, probably mixed breeds and stuff. That's cool. Yeah, so Lobo's head is huge. She's little. Her whole package is 30 pounds, like 28 to 30 pounds. And he is twice her size. He's long, he's tall. His head is twice her size. Her nose is twice as long, or his is. He's just big. He took after Daddy's size, but Mama's short hair. She took after her little mama, but with her daddy's long hair. I actually have to give her little haircuts, because where we live in the snow, she gets snowballs. I call them dingle balls. And I have to pull them off her hair. She doesn't like it. So I shave her. Not short, but I shave her down to it's about an inch of hair, but it lays down flat. So anyways, Mastiffs and Rottweilers are huge. So my friend rescues Rottweilers here in Grand Junction. I've known her for many years, and she's got 6 of them right now. One of them is one that she's had. In fact, that dog's about 6. No, probably 12. She did have a Rottweiler make it to 16, but that's unheard of because they're big. And then her neighbor was rescuing Mastiffs, but that lady passed away a couple years ago. So my friend took her pet Mastiff. So she not only raises Rottweilers or rescues them, she now has a Mastiff too. And it's a bull. I mean, it's the big, even the Rottweilers look small compared to this Mastiff. It's huge. I don't even know what it weighs. I would say, do they get to be 150 pounds? I don't know much about Mastiffs, but they're huge. So, 8 or 9 months old. Oh, a little puppy. Well, a big puppy, right? So, probably outweighs Rye at 9 months already, because they're big. They got big feet. So, but yeah, so we have those 2 dogs. And then my husband likes to bird hunt. And he has an English Springer Spaniel. But Brooke will be 14 in May. Last May, right after her birthday, we started seeing a little golf ball thing grow by her tail. And it's bigger now. It's about that big. It's a soft tissue sarcoma. And the base of it's probably bigger than both my hands, like that. Like the base of it that attaches to over by her tail. So they don't want to do surgery and cut it off. And it's also cancer. It is cancer. We've had it biopsied, and I'm making the dogs dog food, and, giving her pumpkin and all these minerals and turkey tail, mushrooms. And so trying to, hey, you made it. Nice to see you. Glad you made it. I won't keep you for your whole lunch hour. This runs till 1, so probably you're in Washington, right? Yeah, so noon your time? We had a whole bunch of people on here, but they've come and gone. So I'm talking to Samantha. We're talking about dogs right now. She's in Oklahoma, and she's getting snow. And Zay is in Washington. So it's good to see you. I have not made hardly any of John's lives. We had horrible internet for 3 weeks, and it made me so mad. We were going to wait to get Starlink till this house that we're in sold. Well, I ordered Starlink, so I've had it a few days longer than John. So Yeah, I haven't seen you guys on there. So since your trip, I haven't seen Mrs. Zay at all. So how's she doing? Because she was sick on your trip. But, oh yeah, Oregon, Western, it's just cold. You know, it's so cold. Yeah, it's cold. It is. I wanted to do this outside at Powderhorn Ski Resort today. I had it all planned. I woke up and it was like 9 degrees. It's 14 up there right now. It's like 22 here in Grand Junction. It's another storm's coming in. So, you know, I'm doing my, she's good. Well, tell her hi, because I know she wasn't feeling good. So, but yeah, I think I've been on one of John's live for maybe 10 minutes, like just a couple days ago. But I had to get Starlink, and then we set it up ourselves, but then we didn't have the right mount for the roof, so we had to wait for that. So during the day, I'd set it out in the snow and then bring it in at night and just run the cord through the window. I mean, we had it working, but we still had our old internet, and it was what the game before last weekend, the playoff games, my husband set through the whole game without internet, and that's when he said, by this weekend, we'll have Starlink. So we ordered it. So I love Starlink. She's been busy with work. Yeah, I know. And it's hard when you work. So we'll tell her hi. But, yeah, I love following your trip. That was so cool. I wish I could have met you guys down on I-70 somewhere. But I think you went through at night. I remember asking you that. I have done that before. Met people down in Grand Junction for breakfast or coffee. So my dog, Samantha, is 6. She's 6 years old. I've had her since she was 8 weeks old. And there's pictures of her on my channel. You know, there's little montages to catch up. When I first started this channel, I just took a whole bunch of pictures and made little montages to music. So yeah, you went through it. And I remember asking you when you hit Denver, like, but I thought maybe you'd stop there. But, you know, I'm down in Grand Junction, obviously, almost every day. I was supposed to babysit today, but I don't have to. The boys, sometimes on Wednesdays, they're 9 and 7, almost 10. He'll be 10 March 4th, the older one. But they sometimes get out at 1:50. And if they had gotten out at 1:50, and my daughter-in-law thought they were going to, but because they had a snow day last week, they're staying till later, so they're gonna pick them up. But thank you, Samantha. Yeah, check out my channel. A lot of dog stuff, since you like dogs. I do have a barn cat, but there's not a lot of it. There's some things of Daisy. A lot of them are in my vintage trailer videos, because she'll come to the door of that when I'm working on the trailer, especially when the weather's nice and I have the door open and just the screen shut. So anyways, but Zay, do you got any more trips planned, or are you kind of stuck in Oregon right now? I'm eating my green gummy lunch to not break my fast. So, yeah, go eat. Yeah, okay, this is going to end 7 p.m. That's late. Well, you enjoy your lunch, and I'm going to run this until 1 o'clock. So my time, so 10 more minutes. So thank you for coming on here. I've had other people on and off, but thank you. How cold are you? Yeah, we all have to wait till it warms up. I'm literally trying to tell my husband we need to move to Arizona. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll probably see you. I'll probably do a live on Sunday if you can make it. But if not, I'll see you when I see you. Sorry, I'm choking on this green gummy. But thanks for coming on. So, I'm watching a whole bunch. Well, they just flew out of. Gotta drink something. So I have a plant-based cherry Coke. It's plant-based. Okay, yeah. Well, it'll probably be. Is there a game? Like, no, there's a Pro Bowl. So, yeah. I'm going to do an open house this Sunday on our house. So, my February plans are to stay home and try to sell this house. So, that's what I'm doing. So, if you know anybody looking to move to Colorado. Your baby cousin's name is Ruby? Oh, cool. I've heard so many kids called Ruby. Of course, my real name's Janine. My vintage trailer is Ruby. But everybody calls me Ruby on my channel. So, and that's cool. I love red. So, my life is all about red. Red stuff. So, but again, thanks, Zay. And I'll see you when I see you. I'm going to try to get on one of John's lives here soon. Maybe later today as I'm driving home. So, take care and thank you and enjoy your lunch. So, so how much snow do you have in Oklahoma, Samantha? In order for school to be canceled, is it just that they don't like running the buses? Well, I guess I need to look here. I keep looking over here. I'm sorry. I'm reading off of here, and I keep thinking the live's on here. I probably should just go to doing the lives on my iPad. Again, I'm sorry it's a vertical live. I like the horizontal ones better. I'm not used to this. I feel like I'm in a little box, a little screen. Because I don't do a lot of lives. Like me talking, I don't do those. I do a lot of wildlife shorts. Yeah, I said lives. Shorts. And so, you know, I take little shorts of things that I see or funny things or things that dogs are doing, you know, but I don't talking head these. A friend of mine told me her vertical lives do better than her horizontal. And I said, why? How come? She said it goes out to a different audience. So I don't know. You found it under lives. So, or was it you or yeah, it was you. So, but that hasn't happened. I have literally had a live scheduled and gone over to my friend's and gotten on her computer, because if she has any computer work, I have to do it for her. And she doesn't, she just gets like, I have to come over. Yesterday I was over at her house fixing her wireless printer, because she got Starlink too and she couldn't get her printer to work. And so I had to go fix it. But, yeah, I go on and like I'll have a scheduled live in an hour and I go on lives and I don't see it. So, you know, I don't know how that works, but because I see other people's, I'll be on the main page of YouTube and I see other people's lives. It'll say live coming up at 1, you know, so I sure appreciate you coming on here. So I try to do a Wednesday afternoon live. I know you're normally in school. This is actually earlier. I normally do it 2 hours later. So possibly you could come on another live again. Like Wednesdays at 2 is normally. I did it earlier because I came down early to pick up these. I had to pick up turkey calls. My husband makes them. And he's got a guy that wants to buy 3. And I had to drop him off at a place that laser engraves his name on them. And they were supposed to be done yesterday. And they weren't. I just left there. I still haven't heard from the guy that he's even there. So once I end this, I'm going to call him. And I'm going to call him here in like a few minutes. And then if he doesn't have them done, I'm going to go home for the day. And I'll come back tomorrow and pick them up. But I do Wednesday afternoon lives at 2. Normally from somewhere in Colorado. Normally outside if I can. It is winter, so... And it's just so cold today. But, and then I do a Sunday morning live. So I do that sometimes too. At 9 o'clock my time. Those aren't always, I try to always do the Wednesday. That's kind of what I started in December. So anyways, Samantha, if you're still on here, I see 3. So who's ever on here, it is now, I have to look. The sun's in my eyes. We've got 4 minutes. We've got 4 minutes and then I'll end this. So is there anything you guys want to say if you're on here? I appreciate everybody that came on for this. And as of tomorrow, this will become my 200th video. So I literally did Vlogmas. And I turned that into a 75-day challenge. And because I started like the last 10 days of November into all through Christmas, the 25 days. And then I did the week after, I'm already at the 75 videos too. Or the 75-day challenge. 75 days in a row. Because I would do a live, but I'd also post a video and those would roll over. So, okay. Oh, Orica. Yeah. Well, so that's where the Durs were originally from. Robert used to work at a hardware store there, like an Ace Hardware, and he's also a pastor. But he would be, well, we're all kind of in there. He's probably late 50s now. So, you know, all his kids are, you know, you would maybe, you know, eventually know grandkids. But sure, nice talking to you. But if you ever see one of my lives, come on. Check out my channel. Check out all the dog stuff. I take Ride to the Park a lot. There's a few of her in my kayak with me. When I made my channel, I made all these different playlists, but then I was told by a friend, don't deviate. So I mostly try to do travel and camping until you get the 1,000 subscribers, then you branch out. So I will have a beauty and skincare one then. Every once in a while I'll do one to that. I'll do dogs more. So right now the dogs are incorporated into what I'm actually doing for the traveling. I do a lot of trips by myself because my husband's more of a homebody. And he pretty much only camps to hunt. And so, yeah. So, but anyways. Well, do you play basketball? Go team. I hope you win. And did you subscribe? If you subscribe, let me know how your game goes on Saturday. We are going to be driving an hour and a half east on I-70 towards Denver, and we're meeting with my husband's oldest boy and his fiance and their 9-month-old baby, our youngest grandchild, and we're going to meet in Glenwood Springs and have lunch with them. So we're just going to spend part of the day together. They're going to spend the night, but we're not. My husband's older dog with the cancer, she doesn't like to travel anymore, and we don't like leaving her home with other people. She's kind of got anxiety now. So that's what we're doing Saturday. But please go on my posts and just go on the live posts and say, hey, I'm the one that was on your live the other day on Wednesday, but we won. Because you're going to win. I feel it. So I love basketball. I'm not very tall. I'm 5'4". I love basketball, but I was always a short little fast kid. I played high school basketball too. Oh, junior high. I really like junior high basketball the best. We were all like the same size, but by high school, some of the girls were a foot taller than me or more. So, but yeah, I'll say some good juju for you right now. You're going to win. So, but let me know. And, yeah. So again, I appreciate this. I believe you're the only one on here. So what do we got for time? Yeah, we got 1 minute. So is there anything you want to say? I'm going to eat my last gummy. I'm going to call that place at 1 o'clock, and if it's not going to be ready right away, I'm just going to go home. So since I don't have to babysit my 9 and 7-year-old grandsons. So I'll sub. Oh, okay. Bye, Samantha. So nice to talk to you. You come on anytime. And please check out my channel, and I'm going to check out yours. I'm going to screenshot one more time so I get everybody that was on here. And that way I can go back. Because, you know, you lose this. It goes into, then you have to comment when it becomes a video. So please like my videos. Yeah, enjoy. And I hope to talk to you again. So again, good luck. And I will say bye for now.